Amy wakes up at exactly 6 o'clock in the morning. The sky is pale and still, and she can hear soft bird songs outside her window. Before getting out of bed, she closes her eyes and takes 3 deep breaths. She breathes in slowly through her nose, feeling calm air fill her lungs. Then she breathes out through her mouth, letting go of any tired thoughts. This simple breathing exercise helps Amy feel awake and ready for the new day. Next to her pillow sits a small purple journal. Amy reaches over and opens it to a fresh page. She writes one sentence of gratitude. I am thankful for the warm sunlight. As she writes, a gentle smile appears on her face. This daily habit reminds her of little blessings and gives her hope before she leaves her room. After her moment of gratitude, Amy sits on the edge of her bed and stretches her body. She raises her arms above her head and reaches for the ceiling. Then she leans to the left and then to the right, feeling the pull in her muscles. She bends forward to touch her toes, enjoying the gentle stretch in her back. This 5-minute routine wakes up each part of her Harense and makes her feel more energized. When she finishes stretching, Amy slips into soft slippers and walks barefoot across the cool floor. She opens her front door and steps onto the grass in her garden. The morning dew feels fresh under her feet, and she notices the smell of earth and green leaves. Amy takes a slow walk around the garden, stepping carefully on the soft grass. The fresh air and cool ground help her feel connected to nature. Back inside, Amy heads to the bathroom for a quick shower. The warm water flows over her skin, washing away any sleepiness. She enjoys the gentle spray on her shoulders and back. After drying off, Amy chooses her clothes for the day. She picks out a pair of comfortable jeans and a soft t-shirt in a cheerful color. To add a personal touch, she selects a light scarf in sky blue and ties it loosely around her neck. This small choice makes her feel confident and ready to face the day. Amy leaves the bathroom and walks into the kitchen where her mother is making breakfast. She helps by spreading butter and honey on 2 slices of toast. Then she mixes a fruit salad with strawberries, banana slices, and blueberries. Finally, Amy pours a cup of warm green tea. They sit together at the kitchen table, and Amy shares a funny dream about flying over a candy-colored city. They laugh softly as they eat, feeling close and happy in the quiet morning light. By 7 o'clock, Amy checks her school bag. She makes sure her textbooks are neatly inside, her pens are in their case, and her timetable is folded in the front pocket. She smiles when she sees the plans for today. Math first, then English, art, and science. With everything packed, she zips the bag shut and feels a sense of calm readiness. At 7:30, Amy steps outside and locks the door behind her. She walks slowly toward the bus stop, humming a gentle tune. Along the way, she notices her neighbor watering bright red roses. She pauses for a moment to admire each flower petal and to breathe in the sweet scent. Then the school bus comes into view, its wheels making soft sounds on the empty street. Amy climbs aboard, finds her favorite seat by the window, and watches the world glide by. As the bus moves forward, she feels hope and excitement for the day ahead. Amy steps off the bus at 8 o'clock and walks into the bright school courtyard. The air is cool and the sky is soft blue. As she walks down the path to her classroom, She hums a gentle song she learned last week. She feels happy inside. On the way, she notices a neighbor standing by their garden gate, watering bright red roses. Amy pauses for a moment and breathes in the sweet smell of the flowers. She smiles and says, "Good morning," before continuing on her way. When Amy reaches her classroom, she sees a large banner on the wall that reads, "Welcome, artist." A guest from the local community center has arrived to lead an art workshop. The classroom buzzes with excitement as students find seats and unhook their supplies. The artist, a friendly woman with paint on her hands, greets everyone with a warm smile. She invites each student to paint a small picture of something that makes them happy. Amy dips her brush into blue paint and swirls it onto a clean canvas. She paints a small green tree under a yellow sun. As she works, her classmates laugh and share paint colors, helping each other mix new shades. Amy feels joy in her chest. She hears the soft sound of brushes on paper and the gentle chatter of friends. At this moment, art becomes a way to learn, to share, and to smile together. Soon it is time for a special group project in English class. Amy and her best friend, Lily, stand at the front of a small group. Their task is to prepare a short presentation about recycling and caring for the environment. Over the last few days, Amy and Lily collected empty plastic bottles and old paper from around the school. They washed the bottles and cut the paper into bright, colorful shapes. Today, they pin these shapes onto a large poster board. Words like recycle, protect, and earth appear in bold letters at the top. Amy's heart beats a little faster as she explains their ideas to the group. She says, "We can all help by using less plastic and planting trees." Lily adds, "Even small choices make a big difference." Their classmates nod and clap. Amy feels proud that her words can inspire friends to take care of nature. At 10:30, the bell rings for a break. Amy heads out to the courtyard again, carrying a small snack and her sketchbook. She sits on a low stone wall beneath a tall oak tree. The tree's bark is rough and dark, and its branches stretch like arms above her head. Amy takes a pencil and begins to draw the base of the trunk. She labels her sketch with new vocabulary: bark for the rough skin, trunk for the main stem, and canopy for the leafy top. As she draws, each pencil stroke makes her feel calm and focused. Other students call to her, but she stays quiet, lost in the lines and shapes she creates. The cool wind rustles the leaves above, and Amy smiles. She knows that this quiet moment of drawing will help her feel ready for the rest of the day. By 12 o'clock, Amy's stomach rumbles. It is time for lunch in the cafeteria. The room fills with bright chatter and the clatter of trays. Today, Amy decides to try something new: a vegetable wrap filled with roasted peppers, lettuce, and hummus. She carries her tray to an empty table and sits next to Lily and a boy named Carlos from the coding club. Lily takes a bite of the wrap and says, "Wow, this tastes good." Carlos smiles and offers Amy a piece of his fruit salad. The three of them talk about their favorite clubs and hobbies. Carlos tells them about a simple game he wrote on his computer. Lily shares a funny story from math class. Amy listens and laughs. As they talk, she realizes how much she enjoys hearing new ideas from different friends. In this lively conversation, she learns new words like code, algorithm, and debug. Lunch becomes more than just food. It becomes a time for friendship, learning, and discovery. After lunch, the bell rings again and Amy walks back to class. She feels full of energy and ready to learn more. The rest of the afternoon waits with new lessons. But for now, Amy carries the memory of art, teamwork, creative drawing, and shared laughter with her. Today, she found surprises in simple moments, and she knows that each small adventure helps her grow a little more. After school, Amy feels a gentle calm as she steps into the school garden. She spends a few minutes watering the young tomato plants, making sure each stem stands tall. The soil feels soft under her fingers, and she breathes in the fresh, earthy scent. In this quiet space, she finds a moment of peace and purpose. Later, Amy heads home and sits at her study desk. Instead of doing homework alone, she invites her younger brother, Max, to join her. They turn learning into a friendly quiz with colorful flashcards. Amy reads a word aloud, and Max tries to spell it. When he guesses correctly, they both cheer. If he makes a mistake, Amy gently helps him and they laugh together. This playful approach makes studying feel like fun rather than work. As evening draws near, Amy helps her mother prepare dinner. She chops carrots and stirs the soup pot while her mother adds fresh herbs. The kitchen fills with a warm, comforting aroma. Amy sets the table with care, placing bowls of steaming chicken soup, plates of soft bread, and a simple green salad. When her father comes home, the family gathers around the table. They each share one rose, a highlight of their day, and one thorn, a challenge they faced. Amy smiles as she says her rose was painting with her classmates, and her thorn was trying the new vegetable wrap at lunch. Her parents listen kindly and offer gentle advice. This moment of sharing helps them feel close and understood. After dinner, the family clears the dishes and moves to the living room. They choose a simple board game with write-in animal cards. As they turn over cards and search for matching pairs, laughter fills the room. Amy feels her heart warm with each joyful moment and friendly competition. These small games remind her how much she loves spending time with her family. At 8 o'clock, Amy returns to her room for a warm shower. The water washes away the day's busyness, and she feels relaxed. She puts on soft pajamas and brushes her teeth. Before bed, Amy picks up her journal and writes one short sentence in English. Today, I helped plants, learned with Max, and laughed with my family. Writing this simple reflection helps her see the good parts of her day. Next, Amy reads a short poem about hope and kindness. The words flow gently, and she closes her eyes to imagine tomorrow's goal. Perhaps drawing a new picture at an art club or finding a new word in her English book. With these positive thoughts in her mind, she turns off the light and snuggles under her blanket. As she drifts into sleep, Amy feels calm and happy, ready to welcome a new day full of learning, laughter, and gentle surprises. Amy's day was full of simple moments that brought learning, joy, and connection. In the morning, she woke gently at 6 o'clock, breathed deeply, and wrote one sentence of gratitude. She stretched her body, walked barefoot on the cool grass, and chose a bright scarf to feel confident. Over breakfast, she helped her mother and shared a laugh. On the way to school, she noticed blooming roses and said good morning to her neighbor. At school, Amy discovered new surprises. A visiting artist led her class in a painting workshop. She dipped her brush into soft colors and felt proud of each stroke. In English class, she and her friend Lily presented a project on recycling, inspiring classmates with clear words and bold ideas. During a break, Amy sat beneath an oak tree and sketched its rough bark and tall canopy, labeling new vocabulary as she drew. At lunchtime, she tried a vegetable wrap and talked with friends from different clubs. Their lively chat helped her learn coding words and share her own interests. After school, Amy volunteered in the garden, watering tomato plants and learning how small acts of care help living things grow. At home, she turned homework into a fun quiz game with her brother, Max, turning study time into laughter and teamwork. Dinner brought the family together for chicken soup and a rose and thorn sharing ritual that deepened their bond. A quick board game in the living room created simple joy before bedtime. Amy ended her day with a warm shower, a final journal entry. I grew plants, I learned with laughter, and I felt loved today, and a soothing poem about dreams as seeds to nurture. From Amy's story, we learn that every small action can fill our lives with meaning. When we pause to notice beauty, such as a flower's color or a shared laugh, we strengthen our connection to the world and to each other. When we turn chores into games, gratitude into a daily habit, and challenges into creative projects, we grow in confidence and joy. You can apply this lesson by adding one small habit to your day. Try writing a single sentence of gratitude each morning. Turn a routine task into a friendly challenge. Share a moment of kindness or creativity with a friend or family member. Over time, these small steps help you feel more awake, more connected, and more inspired. Congratulations on listening through Amy's story. You have practiced your English listening and learned many new words. Now let's test your understanding. What did Amy do before leaving her house in the morning? A. She drank a cup of coffee. B. She wrote one sentence of gratitude. Please write A or B in the comments below. We would love to see your answers and help you practice more. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to our channel for more simple English tales. Your support helps us create quality content. If you can, consider donating to support our work. In the early days, making free lessons took time and resources. Your donation means we can keep helping you learn English through free, engaging stories. Thank you for your support.